expediting the modernization of the process of issuance of IDs. And I am pleased to note that we have Kenyans now, as a result of application of latest technology, Kenyans can get their IDs in a matter of minutes. And delivery to the various registration centers happens between 3 and 7 days using the live capture machines. This technology is extremely important for us, especially because Kenyans are really demanding to have their identity cards because of the various needs they want. They want to use their cards to register for M-Pesa for purpose of transaction, mobile money transactions. They want to use their IDs to ensure that they get necessary documentation for jobs locally and jobs abroad. The national ID also plays a critical role in the social health insurance. The national ID card plays a very important role when it comes to dealing with the elderly, social protection, and so forth. And therefore, I'm happy to note that, and of course, the one many Kenyans would like to hear is that the national ID is very important for also your exercising your political rights, including the right to vote. And I must say that we are working very hard to ensure that many Kenyans who are not registered, first-time registrations and replacements are going to happen in record time. Starting from next week, the other week, we are going to roll out mobile registration program in the pastoralist areas in the northern part of the country, the northeastern part of the country, and some parts of coast, to ensure that those who have been left out for many years are now going to get their identity cards. There are two significant reforms that have been made in this National Registration Bureau. Number one is the President did away with the unnecessary additional vetting procedures for Kenyans who live in border counties. And this has benefited many counties in the country, all the way from Lamu to Garissa, Wajir, Mandera, Marsabit, Turkana, West Pokot, Trans Nzoia, Bungoma, Busia, Siaya, all the way to Homa Bay, Migori, Narok, Kajiado, Taita Taveta, and Kwale. So all those counties are beneficiaries of this very great reform by the President. Many Kenyans who are it was taking many years for many Kenyans to get their IDs because they are being forced to go through extra vetting processes. And I'm very happy to note, and I have witnessed here, that the security checks that have been put in place ensure that no one in Kenya can get an ID if you do not deserve. Including, I have looked at cases where some Kenyans want to have an extra ID to change their age. Sometimes they want to have an ID and yet they are registered as refugees. Some people who registered and procedural as refugees are unable to get IDs and so forth. I am happy to see that technology is applied, including the fingerprint system, to make sure that no person who doesn't deserve gets national ID. The other thing, significant change that happened within the last 1 year is that His Excellency the President gave us directives to remove the fees that were required for fast registrations for IDs. Now, every Kenyan who registers or wants an ID for the first time is getting it for free. The removal of 300 shillings has made it possible for many to register. And going forward, as we do our mobile registration, we believe that many Kenyans will now be able to get their IDs in record time. I was in Wajir the other day and I promised them that the students of Wajir girls were going to get their IDs within 3 days, and indeed they got within 3 days because of the live capture machines and the fact that they don't have to pay any fee. They are going to get the ID for free. I must say that, so therefore, going forward, I want to ask Kenyans to please collect their IDs. We have 400,000 uncollected IDs, which means around 270,000 or 80,000 are those who are replacing their IDs, and nearly 150,000 are those who are actually taking it for the first time. So I want to ask, do we have too many IDs in many offices across the country? During Jukwaa la Usalama, we agreed with the chiefs that we will create a program where they will directly take the IDs to their villages and to their communities. And I want to encourage many Kenyans, especially those who registered in their villages. The IDs have gone there, they have traveled to take the time and make sure that they collect their own IDs. The other issues that we are working on is to make sure that the offices are operationalized across the country. The live capture machines that have been used in the past few months on trial basis are going to be procured so that we have, in the next 2-3 months, we'll have 300 of them that will be used during mobile registration. But our plan is to ensure that all the 1,450 wards in the country are covered by live capture machines. What that does is that all the information that is collected digitally. You will not require to carry papers from villages to the city for purpose of processing. As soon as you complete your registration through the live capture machine, automatically your details are directly captured here, verified, and printing of ID is done. As a matter of fact, today I got my new generation, the third generational ID, Maisha number. Within 5 minutes of registration, I already had my ID. So going forward, these processes can, in the next 1 year, increase the technical staff that are going to help us, including the ICT staff, to make sure that registration is expedited. But also, within the next 1 year, we want to invest in training our staff, making sure that we give them the necessary capacity to enable them to carry out this registration expeditiously. We are also encouraging resource sharing. If you see, there are many complaints through Jukwaa la Usalama about office space. Most of the NRB officers are operating in very small office spaces. And working with the Ngao officers, we are designing, already designed, sub-county, county, and divisional offices that actually include NRB offices. And we want to encourage sharing of resources, including when we purchase motor vehicles for purpose of administration work in the local level. It doesn't have to be kept by the administrators at the local level. We can also use them for registration and other services. So we encourage also cross-cutting sharing of resources to expedite registration. I want to assure the people of Kenya that even as the IEBC is carrying out mass registration of voters, this is your time to get your ID in record time. Come forward, get your ID so that you can also register to be a voter in Kenya. We are also not just registering Kenyans, we're also registering aliens who are in Kenya. We're giving them proper registration so that they can be documented, they can be accounted for, and they can access services using aliens' ID. We are also registering the refugees, and we want to make sure that all refugees that are in the country are properly registered so that then can be properly accounted for, but also can access services that are due to all the refugees that are operating in our country. And it will be also easy for us to monitor and manage the refugees that are in our country. So today was a working tour. It's part of our promises to the people of Kenya that we will expedite services based on the recommendation during Jukwaa la Usalama, and you'll be seeing more and more of this going forward. Asante sana.
Labda kwa kifupi tu, these mobile registration drives that you're going to start for next week, how many people have been targeted, and maybe it's going to last for how long?
The mobile, ili shughuli ambayo tutaanzisha hivi karibuni, siku zijazo, ni ya kuhakikisha ya kwamba tuna sajili wa Kenya wengi ambao tayari hivi sasa tunadhani kwamba zaidi ya Wakenya milioni 1 ambao wako tayari kusajiliwa, hawana identity cards ama hawana vitambulisho. Nia yetu ni kuhakikisha kwamba tumewafikia pahali walipo. haswa tunaangazia sehemu ambazo zimeachwa nyuma miaka mingi. Tunataka kuanzia pale, kwa sababu kwa miaka mingi wale ambao wanatoka pastoralist areas hawajapata nafasi ya kufika afisi ya registration kwa sababu ya kuwa ni mbali, na sababu zingine za kwanza kwamba wengi wao katika hizi sehemu ambazo zimetengwa miaka mingi hawakuwa na uwezo ya kulipa shilingi 300 ili kuweza kujisajili. Hivi sasa tunataka kupeleka huduma hizo karibu na wao, sajili na kuwarudishia vitambulisho vyao, kwa sababu sehemu mingi sasa hivi watu wengi hawapati SHA na kwa sababu hawajarejista kwa SHA kwa sababu hawana IDs, na wengine walikuwa wamekaa miaka mingi, wengine hata wamepita miaka. Kuna watu ambao miaka 30, 40, 50 ambao kwa sababu ya ile zamani ulihitajika kupitia wanajificha huko msituni. Hivi sasa tunataka kuhakikisha tunafikia kila mmoja, na wale machifu wetu ambao sasa wanaendelea through training. Proposal moja yenye tulipewa kwa jukwaa la usalama ni kuhakikisha machiefs wamekuwa trained, na training yao pia inahusu jinsi ambavyo wanaweza kutupatia ama kufikia Wakenya kwa mambo ya vitambulisho. Kwa hivyo tuko hapa leo kwa sababu hizo, na nina hakika ya kwamba kwa mwaka moja ujao tutasajili watu zaidi ya milioni 1. Tunataka kuwarai haswa vijana ambao wamefikia miaka ya 18 kwamba sasa hii ni nafasi yenu, mpate vitambulisho vyenu ndio uweze kujiunga katika shughuli ya ujenzi wa taifa na kujishughulikia kimaisha kupitia kusajiliwa na kuwa kutambuliwa rasmi kama Mkenya ambaye amefika umri wa kuweza kufanya kazi.
Labda ya mwisho, mbali na kupeana tumaini, sijui kama unafahamu kwamba vijijini kule ndani kuna baadhi ya watu ama pockets of administrators ambao wanalipisha watu kuweza kupata kufikia sasa. Unalijua hili?
Sehemu yoyote tukipata Mkenya yoyote, kwa sababu hivi sasa kama unataka ID mara ya kwanza hakuna kulipishwa, lakini kama ulipoteza ID yako unafaa kulipa. Ningependa kusema ya kwamba tukipata Mkenya yoyote, ofisa yoyote, kama ni chifu, kama ni clerks wetu ambao wanaitisha pesa kwa wananchi, hiyo ni ufisadi na tutachukulia hatua ya kisheria na watafutwa kazi. Pia nawaomba Wakenya usijaribu kujileta kwa ofisi ya usajili wewe tayari uko na kitambulisho, na kwa sababu ulisikia kwamba wanaandikisha watu kazi ya vijana wa miaka 27 kwenda chini, unajaribu kukimbia katika registration center kutafuta ID nyingine yenye inaonyesha uko miaka 10 chini. Ningependa kusema kwamba tuko na uwezo na the systems yenye iko hapa imeweza kuonyesha wale ambao wamekuwa wakijaribu kufanya mambo haya, na itakuwa ni makosa kwamba wewe unajipeleka katika registration center kwa minajili ya kubadilisha miaka yako ama kupata vitambulisho bila kufuata njia ambayo inafaa. Tuko na ripoti za kijasusi na pamoja na ripoti yenye tunapewa na wananchi. Wale ambao wanaitisha hongo watachukuliwa hatua ya kisheria. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much. Okay. So,